I honestly haven't seen someone in the tank this long since they fed the sharks earlier.
He's been thinking now for nearly 4.5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Pocket pair for Daniel. Raised to 3,000. Jack 8 for Scott Seaver. On the button. Calls. Ace 4 suited for Todd Brunson. He calls. Phil folds. Lex out.
I'd like to see a king, 9, and a 7, with the 9 of clubs and the 7 of clubs.
Daniel's trying to conjure some cards, see if he has any magical powers.
He doesn't. Deuce 8-5. Brunson checks.
Pretty close.
Todd's got a gut shot.
Daniel fires 5,500.
Flop can't look too bad to Daniel.
Top pair for Seaver, and he calls. And Todd calls.
Todd must think there's a chance his ace high is good in addition to his draw.
Queen of hearts on the turn. Brunson checks.
No help to any player. Daniel still hasn't realized that Scott outflopped him.
Daniel fires 11,000.
It's part of the benefit of Scott's unpredictable style.
Seaver calls. And Brunson folds. The river, the Jack of diamonds.
Scott Seaver just rivered 2 pair.
Daniel checks.
Only 1 draw came in, and it was runner-runner, so Scott will probably attempt a value bet.
How about a bet to 40,000?
It's a good value bet. It's nearly pot-sized. A bet this size is meant to confuse your opponent. It can look like a bluff. Daniel doesn't have the winner, but he may realize that Scott's capable of making this type of bet with anything.
Weird. Kind of it's a cool hand, man. Whatever you got, it's fun. I like it. Good stuff. Good job. Well done.
Only if you make the wrong decision.
I'm trying to figure out what you have. Okay, so I'm going to go over it right here. Okay, there's a lot of draws. The leg missed, right? There's like 6 7s. There's like 3 4s, clubs, all kinds. Like 9 10 of clubs would be sick, like super sick. Jack river, gutter ball straight. Okay, I feel like you think I'm gonna call, right? So 40. Why? Kind of out there. I'm confusing myself. I was gonna call for sure right away.
Until you went through the analysis and
then
you
I'm
fell
like-
into my brain?
Fell into Phil Locke's brain. Phil Locke's brain. Okay, what do you have? What do you have? What the hell do you have? You don't have 8s, because that would be silly to bet. Why would you bet with an 8? Unless it was a Jack of clubs and an 8 of clubs. Oh, that would suck for me so bad. Okay, think. Use what you got left. It only matters if I make the wrong decision. What say that again? What did you say before? I don't understand. I forgot. You remember? You forgot already? 40,000? Why?
I went to get a coffee. Has he called yet?
Nope.
You never have 3 of a kind, right? That's just crazy talk. Crazy talk, unless it's 3 jacks. No. Nope, not 3 jacks, not 3 8s, not 3 5s, not 3 deuces. Queens and jacks?
What do you have?
I don't have that good. But I don't have that good. If I had like real good, I'd probably just pay, but. Oh, wow. Scott Seaver. You make it tough to play this game. He does, he makes it tough. Oh boy. What do you got, Scott Seaver? Can't figure it out. 9 10 of clubs?
Ace 6 of clubs.
Hang on. Wait, that could be a lie. One sec. It's a lie! Lie, for sure. I know that's a lie. Guaranteed. You just lied to me. Say it again. You have what? Ace 6 of clubs? You have Ace 6 of clubs? Is that what you have? Liar. What a liar. So lying. I know it for sure. Oh. It's okay. You were trying to tell me you have a hand that... Oh, I've changed my mind 17 times. Okay, I was so committed to just calling, and I think I'm going the other way now.
I'm going to give you one last thing I'm going to say that you can use.
Okay.
If you fold, you can pretend you're right until it's on TV. And that feels good. If you call and you're wrong, you feel bad right now.
I don't even understand what that means.
Folding keeps your confidence regardless.
What the heck? What do you
It
have?
is, that's the summary. He did summary.
Folding keeps my confidence. Scott Seaver, what the hell are you babbling about? Show me one card. Let's do that. How about this? That you get this for seeing one card. I'll pay $1,000 to see one of your cards.
Can you spread the pot?
He's trying to see if this is getting the right price.
No thanks.
Hang on. The bet's it's going up. $2,000 to see a card. No? $2,200 to see a card. Oh God, I know this hand's taking forever. I'm sorry. Why do you want to show me a card? Because you can't show me one that. You can't show me one that's.
How about this? Can we call the clock from the booth?
Oh, I confused myself more. I should just shut up, right, Phil? And think.
I'm just a witness.
No. Oh, I think I figured out something. And if this piece of logic is wrong, then it's what cost me. But I'm thinking you're not betting 40,000 with those hands. If you put me on that, yeah, I'm folding.
After the rain delay, Daniel folds.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see
I
it.
put him on Jack 8 of clubs, and my second choice was Queen Jack of clubs.
Yeah, those
were
are like definitely in my head.
Let me just bring you up to speed, and obviously we're not going to know these guys' whole cards at this stage. On the turn, Kaladou used 3 of his time bank cards. Now he's checked this river. The board, by the way, is King 8-6-5 deuce, and that is a big bet from Shafikov. In fact, he's all in. He has shoved the river. A reminder, the board, King 8-6-5 deuce.
Do you think using 3 time bank cards is a little more telling than just tanking back in the day, as in 2 events ago?
It's kind of saying that you don't have that strong of a hand.
Right, you have a difficult decision.
So it might make your opponent play at you a little bit more on the river, possibly. These are the things you should be thinking about when you use more time bank cards.
So remember, the cards are deducted automatically. We can see So's shot clock running there. Reset, so we're now on one of his cards. He played 3 of them on the turn. That means he's got 3 left on the river.
I mean, it has to be legit, too, because who's burning through 3 time bank cards in the first half hour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really thinking about this one.
Yola's on it.
I think if you use all of your time bank cards in one hand, you should have unlimited time bank cards for that hand.
No, you were being counted down. That was his final card, by the way. He was being counted down to 0.
I mean, it kind of is what I'm saying, is that, like...
Luke has been called over to make a ruling here. The official ruling is his hand is dead. Yola was clearly counting him down to 0.
Wow.
He's used all of his time bank cards. That was the countdown to making his final decision.
Countdown to 0 is like if somebody calls time on you. When he goes to 0, then you're out.
Yep, that's the correct ruling. Hand's
Okay.
dead.
Well, luckily there wasn't...
Oh my, did you see that?
No.
Shafikov showed ace-7. He had ace-high.
Oh.
Look, I love Kaladou. So look, just accepts the fact his hand is dead, smiles, taps the table. What a guy.
Well, Mercier now, with a stack of around 300,000, is going to get involved.
These 2 guys on screen right now, Brian Kaverman and Stephen Chidwick, 2 young guns on the scene lately. Stephen has been working his butt off, like playing all across the world, very successful so far, and he's a really, really good solid player.
With over about 4.5 million in prize money. Big cash of over $500,000 at the EPT. Now we've got Kaverman with pocket kings here. Jacobson has gotten involved. We know who he is because
World champion.
He's a world champion from 2014. He's got Jack 8, so he's got a guts a straight draw. Mercier, we don't know what he's got. Jacobson has checked. Option is now on Jason Mercier. Looking rather serious. And he's going to get involved too. Makes a bet. Pot's about 29. He makes it 11.5 to go. Around now to Kaverman, who we assume has the best hand. We don't know what Mercier has yet. Now, facing guys like this, when you've got Jacobson and Kaverman and Mercier in the pot, and you're Kaverman, would you raise? He's just calling here, which is pretty gutsy with these kind of players behind you.
Well, I think that's not really a good board for kings. You want to call and see what happens on the turn, you know?
Well, he's got a repeat 5 of hearts. So now only 2 players in the action. We still don't know what Mercier has.
And that doesn't really improve Brian's position. If he's losing, he's still losing. If he wasn't losing, Jason could have easily caught up now.
The pot about 52,000 in the middle. The option still on Kaverman. Will he make a value bet here? And he puts some chips in the middle. Wait for the graphic. Looks around about 20,000. 15,000 in fact. And now over to Mercier. It's only a small bet. Trying to extract value, I'd imagine. But we don't know what Mercier has.
I think everyone will be surprised at how much work goes on behind the scenes. How much work these guys put in their games. And I'll be quite honest with you. These days, for me, I don't have the time to put those hours in. They're young. They're still free, doing whatever they want, which is great.
I'm not calling you old, Joe. I would
I'm
never
calling
do that.
myself old.
But does that mean that this is the next generation?
It's just
how they work.
Just the way that poker is today. Like, if you're not putting in the hours studying the game and studying your own game, studying your opponents, you really, you're not going to be competitive enough, you know. And we all like to think that we're still as good as we are. But when you compare your level of activity to their level and how much effort they put in. I mean, Jason just raised him here and Brian's called.
The river, an ace of clubs. What a card. Wow.
It's a horrible card for Brian.
Well, the pot's now 187,000. And it looks like he's moved all in. So now it's over to Kaverman, who, well, it would be safe to assume that on the turn, potentially that Kaverman still had the best hand. Perhaps that's changed now.
Let's look at the range of hands that Jason can have here.
Okay.
Okay. What combination of ace makes sense here? Ace 5, ace 6. Is he barreling? Is he check raising on the turn with ace queen, ace king? Not really. Do you know? So, to be honest with you, the way the hand is played out, it doesn't make sense to me that the ace comes into play. So if Brian was good on the turn, I would bet my money that he's good on the river.
So it's more likely he's flopped a set, turned full.
Maybe, yeah.
And hoping that Kaverman has an ace. We're counting down now to the inevitable call or fold of Brian Kaverman. Will the man from the US try and take out this pot against Jason Mercier? He's picking up the cards like he's going to fold them. And he does. He does, in fact, fold them. So Jason Mercier.
What does Jason have? There you go.
Oh, wow. Queen 7 of diamonds.
Told
Joe
you.
Hasham. Very impressive, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Line still 3,000, 6,000. Action on Robert Mizraki. A raise from early position with ace 10 off. Folded to Cody. And there's King Jack off.
Yeah, Jake's not folding this in position to rob. These guys are both pretty deep, so it's possible Jake may elect to try to play a bigger pot.
Tourney? How much? 1K?
Looks like he's going for raising chips. It is a 3-bet to 26,500. Rivet folds the ace-7 suited. Bukamer folds the small blind. Jeremy Kotler folds the big blind. Action back on Mizrachi.
This isn't a great hand out of position, but it's just good enough to defend his original raise with. Ace-10 is basically the cutoff because it's the smallest ace you can still flop Broadway with.
While Mizrachi flops top pair. Cody, with position and the betting lead, flops second pair. Mizrachi checks to him.
Now it's a bloated pot, and this is a flop no one can fold on. Jake's probably compelled to continue here most of the time. Rob's going to call with all better hands, but probably plenty of worse ones, too.
Jake's C-bet is 25,000.
Small relative to the size of the pot, but in a 3-bet pot, it's going to be just as effective as a bigger bet.
Mizrachi calls. We go to the turn, which is the deuce of hearts, pairing the board.
Rob's now chopping with all aces that aren't ace-king.
He checks to Jake. And Jake checks behind. The river is a 10, giving Mizrachi a better 2-pair.
Really good card for Rob, because now he's beating all aces except ace-king, and he can value bet the aces that think they're chopping.
He's made it 38,500. And Jake Cody shoves. I didn't see that coming.
Holy shnikes, he has done it again, only this time it is not for value.
See how me cover? Yeah.
Rob bet the river so small, I think it kind of turns his hand face up a bit as a value hand, but not super strong.
No.
Plus, when Rob's bluffing, you instantly win the pot. Jake's trying to rep a straight or a slow-played boat, and I think he can do it pretty credibly in this spot.
And of course, last time he made this move, he got Mizrachi to call pretty light.
And a play like this only has to work around 60% of the time for it to be profitable, and it's going to work at least that often, I think. Rob's got the absolute worst hand he should be thinking about calling with here. It's the kind of hand you're going to spend a lot of time in the tank with.
Cody giving nothing away.
I honestly haven't seen someone in the tank this long since they fed the sharks earlier.
He's been thinking now for nearly 4.5 minutes.
You don't get a read off of him.
Jake Cody's a harder read than Cloud Atlas. Stone-faced.
Doesn't make any sense. Last time he pushed all in, he had
just an ace, but it was good.
check the turn with an ace, then you hope I bet. Now you think I have an ace. Push it all in because you want to get me off an ace. Throw an ace beat. Oh my god.
This is so long. I haven't seen someone in the tank this long since David Blaine.
I call a clock. I hate to
Yeah. I was going to call a clock too.
Jeremy Kotler's called for the clock. Rob Mizrachi was actually going to call it on himself.
And Robbie, the ring announcer, off to find a floor man or woman.
When the tournament staff arrive, they'll put Rob Mizrachi on a 60-second countdown. They'll have to make a decision. Jake Cody hasn't even broken a sweat.
It's impressive.
All right, I call.
He calls! After 8 minutes and 22 seconds, he calls!
Cancel the floor person, and that has got to feel great for Rob. Props to Jake Cody, too.
It was tough.
It's not an easy call. Man.
It's not easy. I thought there was a chance he's going to do that with ace-queen, ace-jack, and somewhere.
Good call.
Thanks.
Leon told us he was going to play the old 7-deuce, the hammer. And he's doing it. He's really doing it.
Yeah, it's just
Going to take those pre-flop pot odds now that he's got chips.
Why not? Worked so hard for them, brackets sucked out. Spend them. Undersea Monkey's just thrown up all over Twitter, so that's understandable.
So everyone's whiffed hard here except for Charlie Carrel, who had the best hand to begin with.
Justice.
Leon still somehow got some equity in this hand. Bulligan drawing dead. Charlie bets his 2 pair.
325,000.
Shukernik with the old gut shot draw. Wow. Let's see the river. That is speculative. Oh, man. Come on. There's just no way. Oh, man.
You play lots of deuces, right?
Yes, he does.
King 2, Queen 2.
So tough. Such a big connection for Charlie. Got the 2 pair, the ace 4. But he knows his opponent.
Me too.
You think?
I play 6-7 too.
Ain't gonna work this time, my friend.
Ain't gonna work.
Hilarious.
Look how upset he was when Leon reached for chips.
Lovely reaction.
Worst poker face ever. I called
take my time over this one if that's okay, guys.
Pre-flop with 7 deuce and then went runner, runner, smallest straight possible. That's what's going on. Also, I could buy and sell you and you and you 1,000 times over.
This would be a sick bluff. 1.7.
I just bought this casino.
For the chip lead. Whatever happens.
Give Charlie a hard time about his fashion sense.
How much more?
But I like him a lot.
I'm not allowed to tell you.
He's exactly the kind of player we
I'm
need.
saying stuff to her. I know how much.
It's just so hard for him to be beat here.
This is not forward motion. I'm just picking them up and putting them here.
Do you know what? I think that is an incredibly sensible thing to say out
Agreed.
loud. Very wise.
Leon.
Why chance it?
Yeah. Why give anyone the opportunity to go, well, hang on a minute, he's trying to get a reaction out of me here.
Killing me. You're so capable of this. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Can you do it?
That's just what I was thinking, Joe.
We need a couple more minutes.
Really?
And good odds.
Close.
Please no. I'm very upset.
I'm done. Take your time.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I love poker. Such a good game.
5.5 minutes coming up.
Lean in closer, Charlie. Maybe you'll smell his lack of fear.
God, I really have no idea.
Well, then fold.
I guess I probably have to.
Wow, this is kind of crazy. 6 minutes deciding if it was a bluff or not.
Gonna get a read. I want to read.
Guy's good.
Yeah. I've got a feeling Leon has faced more pressure than this in his life.
God, if I take too much longer, everyone on the rail's going to know the answer.
He really wants to call. Just trying to figure out a way he can justify it. Just this river raise is incongruous with the rest of the action.
Coming up to 8 minutes.
Sorry about the staring, by the way. I know it's like non-kosher.
I don't think Leon cares. He looks like he is entirely comfortable to just stare into space and wait for the inevitable.
I'm leaning towards paying. Is the...
Yeah, he called the clock on himself.
Okay, I missed that. Okay, interesting. So yeah, it was 620 from Charlie. Leon made it
really
1.7 million.
Fine.
Boy, is he going to be upset when he calls.
You just made so many of these river bluffs, it sucks. I've seen it so many times. Anyone else, I would just throw my hand away.
It's going to take it right down to the wire.
Cool.
Well, that's a shame.
That's going to leave a mark.
7 deuce.
Peter checked back the board when he saw the 7 deuce.
Ah, you got me.
And he knows.
Never lose.
He knew he was capable. Charlie knew Leon could do this all day long.
Oh my God.
Nice, man. Sick.
7 deuce.
Yikes.
Play poker with the 7 deuce.
Yeah.